to Midday, Kentucky, everyone. Well, many patients want to have plastic surgery to look and feel better, but there are key do's and don'ts to getting the best results after having surgery so patients can heal and feel a lot better, a lot quicker. Of course, Dr. Jared Nims here from Commonwealth Plastic Surgery. How are you, my friend?
Doing well.
Listen, I wanted to ask you the do's and don'ts. There are many. Okay,
Yeah.
How do we know what is the typical or standard downtime after having a popular procedure?
It depends on the procedure, of
Yes.
course, but an average is around 2 weeks. You need at least that much time to heal an incision and to feel better and back up to strength so that you can go about your day.
So we say downtime, 2 to 3 weeks is round about fair.
Yeah.
Okay. What about prep? What do we need to do to prep ourselves before the surgery?
It depends on the patient, but common things are to not take aspirin
Of course.
or ibuprofen or things that may induce bleeding during the surgery. So things like fish oil.
Interesting. So mainly your
certain
vitamins and minerals.
Vitamins and right, exactly.
Okay. And I would assume when I've been into your clinic and done interviews and I've watched some of your patients fill out their medical forms and they ask some of those questions on there. Are you taking multivitamins? And I never really knew what that question was for.
Right, exactly.
Talk about food intake. Anything we should be avoiding before and after surgery?
Well, after surgery, the most important thing is to control your overall intake, because the tendency is for people to say, oh, I'm so tired, oh, I hurt, I'm not going to move, I'm going to sit on the couch and eat. And that needs to be avoided.
Oh, and you don't mean doing a cleanse or
No,
cutting out processed food?
No, there's no specific thing, or at least that I recommend, except with one exception, and that is salt intake. If people eat a high salt intake, especially after things like liposuction, that can make them feel more bloated or feel fuller after surgery.
Okay. Now, what about when it comes to scarring? There's a lot of conversation out there. I know there are laser machines that can help reduce the scarring afterwards and help heal with the bruising.
Right.
What are your recommendations for everyone watching?
There are several things that we do for scarring. The most basic things, though, are things like wear a protective sunscreen or a sunblock even, something with an SPF number, but also something that has zinc or titanium in it will give you the best protection.
Oh, really? What is that, zinc or titanium?
Zinc or titanium,
What
right?
is
That's
that?
that's the stuff that the lifeguards used to put on their noses.
Oh, like
you know,
zinc.
Right.
Zinc, like in Australia we have all the lifeguards have this big white patch under their zinc. Got you.
Except now the zinc is in smaller formulations, so when you put it on, it goes on much clearer. It's not one big white pasty thing.
Interesting. Yeah. One of our viewers wrote in and asked, what is the #1 recommendation for patients following surgery?
I would say it's to take it easy and just relax and follow the recommendations, and things are going to go much easier.
Don't sweat the small stuff, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
And one of the things that I love about your website as well, that you have a lot of information to be able to prep. What do they need to look for when it comes time to, you've made the decision, they've come in to see you. They're still going to get home and go on Wikipedia and all the doctor's information online. Stay away.
Well, the important thing, I think, in our minds is that if you're having a problem after surgery, call us. I mean, we give everyone our personal numbers so that if you have a problem, call us. We're available for you. And so that's one thing that they can do so that they don't freak out so much after, you know, looking at Dr. Google and, oh my gosh, look at all these things that can go wrong.
And I think that's the important thing. I think information is education. And that's one of the things that we love about you coming onto this show here, Dr. Nims, is that you give valuable information, whether they give you a call or not. That's what I'm loving, is that you're giving advice to the patients out there and also our viewers. How do you know as a patient, just say I'm watching this segment right now and I'm contemplating having maybe a breast augmentation or a facelift or some liposuction. By coming into you, what are some of the key questions that they should really be asking you?
Well, it's several of the things that we've talked about. What is the downtime going to be? How much is it going to hurt? Am I going to be able to go about all the things that I need to be doing? I'm going on vacation. I have this trip planned. Can I do this with this and all these other things that are
And
going on in my
who's
life?
at home to help?
Right.
Is another key factor. If you're
Right.
living alone, get your brother or sister to come and move in for a few
Exactly,
weeks.
exactly.
Get your mum and dad to take care of you. Who knows? Or maybe even the kids.
Right.
You know, hey, we really appreciate it if you want to find out more information. But we also have a great promotional deal as well that you've got happening as well. There it is, $1,000 off surgical fee for breast augmentation on consults booked now through till April 30. Now, of course, this is subject to standard consultation. There's all the information up on the screen, the phone number and the address of Commonwealth Plastic Surgery. Give them a call, 859-951-5080. Dr. Jared Nims, of course, absolute pleasure. We really look forward to your next visit. We'll be right back after this short break.